Welcome back. This week we'll be tackling the side battle of Secure the River. This is post-Shiloh. We have reorganized our troops into the 12 brigades that we're allowed to bring on this battle. A couple of our big artillery should be able to get a lot of work done, and as much infantry as we can cram in there. And one group of cavalry to deal with the skirmishers that will be present on this battle. Career-wise, put points back into army organization to get prepared for gains in Malvern, which are coming up. And armory-wise, we were just after a new grand battle, so lots of new guns in the shop. I've gone ahead and I've started purchasing the Colt 1855s and the Henry, which just showed up. Similarly for the skirmishers, we're continuing to purchase up JF Browns. Cavalry, nothing yet. We're waiting for Spencer carbines, if they ever become available. And artillery, we continue to buy 24-pounder howitzers and 20-pounder Parrots. We'll probably start buying Whitworths at this juncture, and the James as well, but not yet for this battle, because we don't need them. So before we continue, let's take a look again at the casualties. We inflicted about 30,000-ish casualties on them. Look at the report, and they get basically all of their losses back. Oh well. So, secure the river. Our army is preparing for offensive operations in Virginia territory. You've been assigned to advance ahead and secure a river passage for our reinforcements that move from the northwest. Our scouts reported that a significant rebel force under General Bragg has been deployed on a hill. We need to seize that strategic position and eliminate the rebel threat. 2 ironclads will support your advance. Nothing really to say. The operations in Virginia have commenced for our army. We have to land a portion of our army onto enemy soil and start securing land for the Union. General Bragg's corps is waiting for us on the hilltop, harassing our forces. We cannot advance if we do not repel them. With the artillery support of our ironclads, it should be fairly easy to force the Confederates away from the hilltops. But General, be very cautious in your advance. A direct frontal assault on the high ground can lead to heavy losses that we cannot afford. He's absolutely right, because if you try to charge straight across, and if they're sitting in the tree cover here, you're gonna get mauled. So don't do that. At any rate, so what we're gonna attempt to do instead is our main thrust is gonna try to get into the trees up in the north, and then push down, fighting them on equal cover. And hopefully getting flanking shots in as our brigades start to pinch in on them, and then push them out that way. We can put our artillery here, outside of the range of their infantry, just hiding behind a screen, and let them get flanking shots, and they can support the advance that way. Or we'll have another screening element down here, just to make sure they don't get out and flank us or do anything strange like that. Cavalry will be needed up north. They've got a couple skirmisher brigades, and I think they have some cavalry as well. I don't remember. It's been a while, but they can fight and they can do some good work up there. So let's see. These 2 brigades are our biggest. They'll be headlining this assault over here. We will put trying to find some units that are decent. Here, we'll put these guys here. They're going to try to get to these positions and hold them fast. And then everybody else is going to pile along around to the north. We'll see what we can do. Artillery starts on this bank as well, with the ammo right next to them. That should be good. A little crowded on this bank. Not much we can do about that. Maybe like this or so. Let's get into it. So pause. Detach some skirmishers to screen with from our biggest units. That should be good. And they just get properly run over by a couple brigades over there. That's great. Bit of an oops, I didn't expect them to get out that quickly. This is kind of the exact thing we're trying to avoid. I don't know why these guys are losing a melee fight against skirmishers. It's a little strange. Guys route already, somehow. Lost another one of my colonels. That's great. Fantastic even. No sarcasm at all. Got an opening, I'm going to take it. I'm going to just get these guys into the trees as much as possible. Hold these guys up. Get my general back down here. Hopefully these guys get in time before they shoot. Maybe. Maybe. These guys have no condition and they're still stuck in this like permanent melee. I'm gonna pull them back slightly. These guys up there. Oh, that's really good. That is huge. Fortunately, we've got skirmishers in forests. They're going to be impossible to dislodge. These guys they're basically getting sacrificed to just stall these guys out. Don't you dare. No. Okay, we've gotten onto the point. Looks like these guys are trying to break contain, going this way. Just gonna kind of let them. I'm just gonna keep pushing them out this way. And get these guys out of there because they have no condition left. Similarly, get these guys out of there, so they've got no condition left. Alright, I'm gonna say that's good enough. That is a fairly brutal slog. So I said that I was going to try and move around from the north. I sort of did that. you know what, you have to be flexible, and if you see a gap, like I did, that presents itself because their infantry have fallen back en masse after winning the initial engagement, and it looks like you can rush in there and take the cover quickly, do so. As you can see, it certainly paid off for us. We've got about 3-1, which in a side battle and still using pretty awful troops and with terrible guns, that's acceptable. Obviously the infantry are going to be our kill leaders, but, you know, good contributions from artillery, respectable performance from melee cavalry. High losses, that's going to happen, especially because I didn't have the opportunity to have them in a wolf pack. I'm still a little mystified at the fact that their skirmishers basically outfought them in melee. That's a bit interesting to say the least. But you know, so be it. Have a couple officers wounded. Not great, but you know, it's part of doing business. A couple promotions, that's great. And as we can see here, the enemy weren't exactly using better guns. They're all using reward farmers. So yeah, and their skirmishers only with the hunter rifles again, and they were still doing pretty good. Pretty garbage artillery that we've captured. We're never going to use 12-pounder howitzers. Still, all in all, successful battle. Union Protector Star. Alright, so thanks for watching.